Hello again, Anthony Benici here. We're following up last week's Brain Blinkers bullet point on overgeneralizing with one of my favourite stories, a very true story that I often share during the Brain Blinkers keynote, the workshop, the half-day program, the many variations actually, because it is, for me, one of the most notable and incredible stories of people who put people in boxes. And it was my first day of university. This was 1989, so giving the age away a little bit there. Fresh-faced, first day of uni, where back in the day there was no internet, there was no email. It was basically you get a letter in the mail saying congratulations, you are accepted into the Bachelor of Business, and that's what I studied at the University of Technology, Sydney. They said come in day one, and what we need you to do is to write your name down on lists that are provided right in the Grand Hall for all the subjects you need to cover. You can choose your date and time. And yeah, you've got to get this done on day one. So rather than enrolling online these days, I guess. So I had realised with this information in hand that I could have a 3-day uni week. I could do Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, no trouble at all. And all it meant was that I had to get a couple of the subjects spot on the money for that particular day. You know, for example, macroeconomics was only available on a Tuesday or a Friday. So if I couldn't get that, well, I had to get the Tuesday one, so I didn't have to come in on a Friday. You know what I'm talking about. So I was really organised and prepared. One of the first guys in on that day into the university, racing around table to table, and I'd got just about all of my subjects, except for one actually. I'm in line for the last subject, getting my 3-day university week in order. So excited, and I stopped and looked around and thought, wow, I'm at university. Just, you know, when you stop and smell the flowers. And it was at that moment that I realised the most beautiful woman in the world was right in front of me. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I hope she turns around. I was too chicken to tap her on the shoulder and say, hey, how you doing? Anyway, as the thought entered my head, I remember her turning around. And she did this. She said, hi, how are you? Something like that. Anyway, it's my story, so I'll go on. And she said, what are you doing? What's your major? We're doing all the chit-chat. Things were going swimmingly well. She's in my same major. She's in half of my classes. And I just thought, how good is university? The most beautiful woman in the world is engaging with me to talk, and I may have a girlfriend very soon. This is just remarkable. And then she asked, where am I from? And you know that moment where your heart and your head disagree? That's what happened with me. My head said, don't you dare say the truth. My heart said, tell the truth. And my heart won. Because I said, Blacktown. Now, for those of you not from Sydney, you need to think of a place where you live that is not necessarily the suburb known for wealth. So I'm talking about lower socioeconomic. And Blacktown, unfortunately, has a bad name in Sydney. And I remember this like it was yesterday. This was nearly 30 years ago. She looked at me and just went, oh. And she walked. She moved from the queue to another queue on that day. And I never will forget it. She put me in a box. She thought I was a bad person because of the suburb that I come from. I call it postcode-ism. That's how it works. People put you in a box. The thing is, you might be right 7 times out of 10. 3 times out of 10, you're wrong. And that's the message with overgeneralizing. Be careful when you do it, because when you're wrong, and you will have missed out on something. And that girl missed out. So that's the message for today. Hope you're having a really good one, and look forward to speaking to you again soon.